street jazz funk, and that wasn't meant as a compliment. Frontman Mark King still finds these sorts of comments upsetting, but the past 18 months haven't been the happiest of times for him. On a personal note, he reached the watershed age of 30, not so bad about that, with 3 kids, while professionally the Gould brothers split from Level 42, and he hasn't been too fussed on a lot of the music he's been producing. Chris Selovich lends a sympathetic ear.
It sort of hurt a lot, because it's very hard to sort of understand how you feel about it yourself, because that on one hand there are frictions that have built up, and at the same time you're still the only friends that each other have got, because invariably all this time that you've spent working together is time that you've spent together. You haven't got any other relationships going, so it's not as if you could sort of unfortunately I'm married, so I could sort of go back and blab to my wife about things, but I see more of them than I saw my wife and stuff. So it's a bit, I suppose it's a bit more sort of deep-seated and a bit of a divorce. So I tend to get depressed a lot. It's terrible, isn't it?
What do you get depressed about?
I don't know. Well, I stopped drinking. I stopped drinking a couple of years ago now. And I think that alcohol, although it's a terrible thing, because you do terrible things to other people as well as yourself when you drink. When I stopped drinking, I think that was like a release but then you start getting into the idea of this whole sort of world and the alcohol and the drugs aspect of things, which is why does it always seem to be prolific in this industry? And I think that it's a lot to do with like the support of the emotion, and it's very hard to try and be great all the time for everybody. And it's like an eggshell thing. You can be so fragile about it, and people can, I don't know, like I read reviews and I'm gutted, that nobody has anything good to say about it. And I think, Christ, So I asked my wife, and she says, well, don't worry, nothing lasts forever. Christ, you think, I think in the old days, you see, I'd have gone through a bottle of Stroh rum and so hit someone.
Is that what you used to do?
Well, yeah. No, you couldn't. It's very hard to get through a whole bottle of Stroh rum. My mother and father sort of becoming elderly now, and my dad's just retired and stuff, and they start relying on you, and I don't know. I still remember when I thought that they had all the answers, and my kids looked at me as if I've got all the answers. I don't know, I don't know what time of day it is. When I read the reviews, and I beg people not to tell me the reviews because they're always naff and stuff. But when I look at a review, I scan it fiercely for. I want some comments on my playing. I'd like people to say, listen, you're a terrific player, because I'd still like to think that I can really play well. That, at least, is something that somebody can't sort of, kick out from under or something. Really like some of the songs on it, and some of the songs are crap. And that's a pity to say that. I didn't think they were crap at the time, but they are now. And that's sad, because I think that there is something, there's some rubbish on running in the family as well. But, earlier you asked me what am I going to do, and I want to just stop now and make a really good record, a really worthwhile record. And you can only do that with time, really, I think.
And recent reports are that Level 42 will be out of operation until 1991, when that mega album is expected to materialise. Well, that is it.